Sampdoria now face the harsh reality of going from a Serie A club to a Serie C club in 2 years. And it's not like they're some club that were lucky to even be in Serie A in the first place. Before their relegation, they had spent almost a decade up in the top flight. To go from the top flight to the third division in 2 years is absolutely astronomical, especially considering they boast players like Fabio Borini and Mbai Niang. Today I'm stepping in though. I am heading to the Italian second division, winding back the clock to the start of this year, and I want to see if I can save Sampdoria from this horrible fate. Take them from the bottom of Serie B to the top of Europe. Bring on the Sampdoria rebuild. Obviously, FC25 doesn't tell the full story, but this team is way too good on paper to be getting relegated to Serie C. This is a team that I thought could be pushing for promotion to Serie A, and honestly, that is what my goal is for this year. I don't want us down the bottom. I want to see if we can get right back up to Serie A. And from the jump, I want our signings reflecting our ambition. We have a pretty old squad here at Sampdoria, so it's finding the balance of getting young guys in who are also going to improve our starting 11. This man has a very Italian name, but he is Argentinian. Marco De Caesar joining us. Okay, lads, I need to pause right here. Excuse how rough I look. It is currently 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm editing the video right now, and massive news has dropped. Sampdoria might have been given a lifeline. Brescia have been given a 4-point deduction for financial problems. It's not confirmed right now. We're going to continue with the rebuild, but watch this space. Sampdoria might not officially get relegated to Serie C. Insanity. Normally, people aren't too keen to get rid of their Ferraris. I'm getting rid of mine on day dot. Alex Ferrari out of here. Alessandro Belemo heading to Turkey as well. Do we have like an official partnership with the Turkish Super League or something? That's 3 from 3. Matteo Ricci is going to buck that trend though. Casadei isn't getting enough game time at Torino, so he's making the smart move, in my opinion, to make the step down to Serie B in search of being a starter. I'm very excited about the Italian midfielder. As I said, he is joining us from Torino for £4 million. We get ourselves a deadline day signing. I was very nervous that I wasn't going to be able to get anything else over the line, but we have wheeled and dealed to get this one done. Italian centre-back Pietro Camuzzo joining us from Fiorentina. I would have loved to make an addition at the right wing position, but unfortunately couldn't get as many players out as I wanted. I've moved to a 4-3-3 defensive formation. I want to get Yepes some solid game time. Mullenstein in here for now, but probably going to upgrade that next year. But for now, we start life at Sampdoria with this team. Not the worst team in the world, hopefully in the promotion picture and the polar opposite to real life. This is what I'm talking about. We are top of the league. Sampdoria should never be near the relegation zone. We should be getting right back into Serie A. So far, so good. 6 points clear of the automatic spots. I'm hoping it's straight back up for us. Come on! Made it hard for ourselves, but the real work is going to begin. Season 1, not too surprised to see us going straight back up. Obviously, real life and FC don't always correlate, but we have won Serie B with Sampdoria, and so polar opposite to real life. Next year, we will be playing 2 divisions apart, Serie A bound. Now we just have to work our asses off not to get relegated. Lazio win Coppa Italia. We went out to AC Milan in the round of 16. Bari will be joining us in Serie A. Liverpool win the Champions League. Tottenham the Europa League. Maybe that's going to happen this week in real life. And Real Betis the Conference League. I decided to give Tutino the starting spot at striker this year, and he's really made it work for us. 24 goals, 30 goal contributions for Fabio Borini. Unfortunately, he's rapidly declining, and I'm probably going to have to make an upgrade there next year. Alden's had a great year, but again, going to have to get a right winger in next year as he goes back to Lecce. Casadei up to a 74. We're going to have to do some serious work, though, next year because some of our top... we got so many players coming in on loan, coming off on loan, and I don't know how much money we're going to have to work with. Already lost like 5 players going back to their parent clubs, but... big losses in Pietro, Berardo, Odin, not so much Chiora or Curto, but it's going to be a really interesting season 2. So look, this is the team we enter life in the top flight with. Players back from loan, players headed back to their clubs, and the board have only given us £14 million. We are up against it if we want to survive relegation. I need to dig in and show why Mr. Rebuild was paid the big bucks. Starting off, bringing in a right winger. We knew we had to do it nice and early, so I've got our man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Dan Rots. 74 rated, 23 years of age. Interested to see what the Dutchman can do. We also did have the Spaniard Estanis come back from his loan move last year, so I'm going to give him the starting left wing spot ahead of Fabio Barini this year. He's got the exciting prospect tag. I'm curious to see if he could be really, really good for us. And Bai Niang is out of here. I tried to get rid of him last year, didn't get any offers in, but we get a move early days here in season 2. The Senegalese striker heading to Randers. He was with us last season on loan. Now we're going to bring him back here on a permanent transfer. Welcome back permanently, the left back Pietro Barato, joining us from Pisa. I want to clear out so many of the older players that still have decent value on our books. The likes of Ianu, the Cypriot heading to Parma for 2.6 mil. The right back Lorenzo Venuti heads to the Belgian league. Silvestri is back from loan. He's higher rated, so I'm going to sell Alessio Cranio. Another player that we sell to the Belgian league, this time 2 mil for the shot stopper. And his fellow keeper, Simone Godotti, heading to FC Twente. We are doing a lot with the little that we do have, and now we get ourselves a right back. It is Kylian Sildilia here, an absolute bargain price, less than 12 months on his deal at Freiburg. So we use that to our advantage, just £4 million for the Frenchman. I still think we're going to be in the thick of the relegation battle this year, but my God, we haven't hurt our chances at staying up. The starting 11 looking a lot more balanced here, getting a lot more players around the 75 marker, which is important. I've saved a little bit of money, probably going to upgrade the midfield come January, but I'm curious to see where we're sitting. As expected, we are in the relegation battle. We currently sit outside of it, which is nice to see, but 2 losses and 2 wins for Hellas Verona or Venezia could have us down there. Como absolutely sacrificing themselves with only 8 draws and just 1 win. We need to focus on ourselves though. Let's make an improvement here in January and let's make sure we're staying up again for season 3. This wasn't a part of my plans coming into the window, but Ronaldo Vieira submitted a transfer request, so I'm cashing in. The Englishman heads back to the motherland, signing with Coventry, and as predicted, Mel Mullenstein is the man that I'm moving on here in January. I want to invest in a really, really solid midfielder of the future. He has spent the past couple of years as a teammate of Lionel Messi, but now it is time to bring Federico Redondo across to Europe and really kickstart his career. 22 years of age, 77 overall, Federico Redondo, welcome to Sampdoria. Huge pickup, absolutely huge. And for me, that means I'm going from a 4-3-3 defend and a 4-3-3 holding as I get Redondo into the starting 11. Oh, we have survived by the skin of our teeth. We survive, and it is our rivals, Genoa, going down. Como, they sorted out their act. Hellas Verona, Sampdoria, we're on 35 points. Genoa on 33, and they had a better goal difference than us as well. So if we would have been down there, we would have been going down. Bari with just 1 win all season. They go down alongside Venezia and Genoa. I'm just happy to survive. I want us climbing up the table. I'm happy to survive, but ultimately we need to be top of Italy like AC Milan. Juventus win Coppa Italia. First round exit for us this year. Man City win the Champions League. Arsenal the Europa League. Not all English domination though. Fiorentina win the Conference League. Totino, I can't see him being the long-term option, but I'm very happy with how he's gone so far. Fabio Barini, 13 goals in 18 appearances is absolutely unbelievable. I assume he was just the ultimate super sub. I was wanting Estanis to do more though. He's had good growth in terms of overall, but I want more in terms of output. Solid year for Dan Rotz though, can't complain about that one too much. We are going to be saying goodbye to some of the older players in the squad though. Nicola Ravaglia, Simone Romanoli, and Massimo Coda, all contracts expiring. Let's take things up a notch though. Season 3, Sampdoria, bring it on. Gennaro Totino has been probably our best player in these opening 2 seasons, but we're at the point now, I need to sell him. I need to get a striker of the future. He's 29 years of age, 77 overall. I'm cashing in, fellas, 12.5 mil. And just to get a touch more money in the budget, I'm selling Fabio De Poli here to Hellas Verona. And we have got the striker that I'm willing to hang my hat on for the next couple of years. 21 years of age, 78 overall. For the first time in channel history, say hello to the Belgian striker, Lucas Stassen. He makes the move from the French league to the Italian league for 16 mil. An upgrade at the goalkeeper role is necessary. I'm going for an older player though. I'm going for technically technically we're going younger in the goalkeeping age, but we're getting a 33-year-old Italian shot stopper, Mattia Perrin, joining us from Union Berlin. Very, very cheap for a massive upgrade. I'm very happy about that. Every season we are losing a handful of the older players. We need to start replenishing the stocks of our depth. I've started that via free agency, signing Hungarian right back Akos Farkas, Chilean striker David Pineda, Brazilian centre back Miguel Costa, and Italian winger Samuel Battaglia. And I'm going to send Battaglia off on loan, linking up with former player Ronaldo Vega at Coventry City. We are at a very healthy stage with the squad. We've got the old core mostly out. Perrin provides some experience in the goalkeeper position, but our starting 11 all around the early to mid-20s, our entire midfield, all 23. Oh, Yepes had to go and ruin it. He was 23 at the start of the season. But we achieved the first task of surviving relegation in Serie A. Now I want stabilization and growth. I wanted growth. I didn't think it would come this quickly. 1st of January, we are sitting 7th, and there is a real possibility of some sort of European football. I mean, we're only 4 points out of a Champions League spot. No, we've got to go for it. We've got to go for a Champions League spot. I know we only got him in last season, but he's not growing. He helped us survive relegation. We need to start thinking about some sort of European football. So I'm going for an upgrade at the right back spot here. It's going to be Kylian Sadilia heading to Fiorentina. Napoli's defense is absolutely stacked. This is their 3rd string right back I'm signing. It's going to work out brilliantly for us. This kid looks like a wonder kid. Angelo Bianchi, joining us from Napoli, 12.5 mil. He's 77 overall, 20 years of age, and has the showing great potential tag. Definitely not just a squad player. Hopefully a guy that's going to help us get Champions League football, or at least some sort of European football. Alright, never mind. No European football for us in Season 4. We drop off. We were close, man. Actually, no, not really. We were 7 points behind Como. We get back to the pack. 13th with Sampdoria. We need more like we had at the start. 66 goals against is not going to help us. That has hurt us massively. We score 60, but concede 66. I need to make some more defensive moves next year. Champions of Italy, Juventus, going down Monza, Sassuolo, Cremonese. Lazio win a Rome derby in Coppa Italia. Hey, got past the first round this year, but lost to Juventus in the last 16. Champions League goes to PSG, Europa League to Sociedad, and Conference League Atalanta. Great first year for Lucas Stassen, 21 goals. Okay, Estanis, he was a little quiet last year, but he has had a great year. Also, I've managed to finally get my game to update on the PC. It's been absolutely cooked. Long story, I won't go into it, but I finally managed to figure out how to get it updated here on the PC. So now we've finally got the +4 and the plus growth signal. Dan Rot's decent year for him. Redondo into the 80s, so we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. Samuel Battaglia goes up to a 70, which is half decent for him. We are saying goodbye to 2 players here, though. Fabio Barini retiring, whilst Benedetti, I've fumbled the bag, man. I mean, we're going to miss out on like 2 mil. I wanted to sell him, but he wanted to leave the club. I couldn't renew his contract, and yeah, it just hasn't worked out too well, so we're losing him on a free. Coming into this 4th season, there were multiple positions where I thought potentially I could upgrade them, but one of them I definitely knew we needed upgrading. It's left back. Leaving the club for the 2nd time, Pietro Beralto heading to Roma. Dan Rotz is somebody I've debated selling. We've got a really tasty offer coming in from Atalanta. I think I'm going to hold off, though. I think I'm going to sell him this year, but I want to give him a first half of the season to see if he can grow, get more valuation, get more money for him. The young Brazilian defender Miguel Costa leaving the club, though, only on a loan. We had a healthy amount to invest into a new starting left back, and that is exactly what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. Italian Matteo Ruggeri coming back to Italian football, signing on from Girona. I've made sure I've kept some money in the budget, though, because as I said, I want to make some signings in January. But for now, we're keeping it super calm to start season number 4. Big moves to make in January. It's just a question as to where. 1st of January, we've been in this position before. We are in the hunt for some sort of European football. This year, though, we need to go up the table, not down it in the second half. Dan Rot's only going up +1 to start the season. I think it is time for us to cash in. And we got an offer for the Dutchman, which has been accepted pretty damn quick. Dan Rot's staying in Italy, heading to Napoli, 21.5 mil. Lads. I think I've just found Messi's regen. I think I have just signed Lionel Messi's regen. Not even I think. I know that I have just signed Messi's regen. I was doing my due diligence, looking at every single league for every right winger under the age of 26. I got to the MLS, I got to Inter Miami, where I found an Argentinian right winger who can play striker, who can play attacking midfield, who is 18 years of age, Matteo Vergara. Welcome to Sampdoria. 80 overall already. This has to be Messi's regen. Absolutely unbelievable. 30 million pounds. Vergara, welcome to Sampdoria. This could turn out to be one of the best signings in Sampdoria club history. Oh, it's not as bad of a drop-off as last year, but Messi's regen has not carried us this second half of the year. We dropped down to 9th position. It feels like cracking the nut of European football is proving to be the biggest hurdle in this video. 9th in season 4, the league title goes to AC Milan. Who is going down? Cagliari, Lecce, and Empoli. AC Milan do the double winning Coppa Italia. Not even any chance of us qualifying through that one. We go out in the first round of Parma. We have had a stinker. AC Milan, they do the treble. They are dominating, bro. On the day that I'm recording, the Europa League final is in about 3 hours from now. Tottenham and Man United have both won a Europa League in this video. I don't know what type of omen that is. And Napoli are going to win the Conference League. Estanis, the man this year for us. 14 goals, 8 assists. I need like Stassen. Stassen's grown so well. 85 overall, plus 4 growth. I need our players absolutely dominating though. Vergara up to an 82. I'm excited to see what we can do with a full season under his belt. But I need the lads putting up insane numbers if we're going to qualify for the Champions League. It's all well and good having players that look the part, but can they play the part? It's time for the new era in between the sticks. Perrin has been so solid, and I plan on keeping him as a backup. He's only worth like £2 million, so there's no real benefit to selling him. But we've got our man in. Roma have an excess of goalkeepers, so we've been able to pick up this man right here on a cheap deal. He's hungry, he's cheap, and he's not the man I've got tied up in my basement. It is Philippe Jorgensen. The Dane is joining us from Roma. Signing him on for £21.5 million. For the second straight year, I've sold a player to Napoli. It is Cesar Casade, the captain, heading to Napoli for just shy of 23 mil. It was one that I was so up in the air about, but I felt like it just had to be done. And after this signing, I'm happy with the decision. I think we've made the right call. It is our second Danish signing of the season. This time it's for a centre midfielder, Maritz Kjærgaard, joining us on a cheap deal from Hoffenheim, 12 months remaining on his contract. Welcome to the club, a +4 upgrade. We do need some help though when it comes to backup defensive midfielders, so I've signed young Italian Samuel Gallo from free agency. Every year I'm just adding 1 or 2 players to the starting 11. Money is still not super excessive. It's getting better as the seasons go on, but getting European football is going to blow that out of the water. I genuinely think if we get Champions League football, we could get ourselves a one and done. We've got a team that is pushing towards that territory. But the biggest challenge is actually getting ourselves in the shop window. All eyes for this season, though, are on Comozo. Tempted to upgrade him. He's 23. I don't know if I would sell him or loan him out. I'd probably have to sell him just to finance a new centre-back if I went for it this year. What can the big dog Vergara do, though, in his first season as a Sampdoria? First full season as a Sampdoria player? Let's find out. For the 3rd season in a row, we are here on the 1st of January, sitting 8th. The surprising / nice thing is, though, a win would put us up to 3rd if results go our way, so a lot more manageable of a prospect than the past 2 seasons. But still, I was really hoping to see us at least sitting where Palermo are at this halfway point. No growth, though, from Comuso in this first half of the season. It's taking weeks for him to grow. I'm tempted to loan him out, but honestly, we have enough money only to sell him. I'm gonna do it here. I've got to do it here in January. I might come to regret it, but I need to do it. He's lagging so far behind the rest of the team that even if I did get a little bit of growth from him, it's still going to be below the average of the squad. So yeah, it just makes sense to say goodbye. Sending him back to Fiorentina, £16 million. That gives us enough money to sign Czech youngster Ladislav Novak, 81 overall, 20 years of age. Could be anything, this kid. And for me personally, I'm hoping he's the answer to our Champions League problems. Come on, fellas. Yes. Oh my God, the weight off the shoulders. We are heading to the Champions League in season number 6 with Sampdoria, 4th in Italy, edging out Juventus, Napoli, Lazio, Como. We're getting ourselves into the Champions League. Weren't all that close to Roma or Inter Milan, especially not AC Milan, but I don't care. We're heading to the promised land next year. Relegated sides are Sassuolo, Cremonese, and Venezia. Juve win Coppa Italia. Our best run in this video made it to the quarterfinals. PSG win the Champions League. I'm so excited to be there next year. Arsenal win the Europa League, and the Conference League goes to Leverkusen. This is exactly what we were talking about last year. Lucas Stassen, I was disappointed with his output. I said he needed to step up, and that is exactly what he does. 29 goals for the Belgian, 88 overall. Estanis, what a piece of luck it was having him fall into our lap. And Vergara, 20 years of age, 85 overall, just creating his legacy. Unfortunately, though, some big losses. Simone Giordano, Nikola Sekilov, and Antonio Laguamina are not going to be with us next year. Laguamina is retiring. Sekilov, though, I couldn't get contracts negotiated for them. Both of them wanted out of the club. Really, really tricky situation. But that's the only bad news. All good news from here on in, Champions League bound with Sampdoria. I know I only just signed Novak last January, but I've got to go for another centre-back, man. The rest of the squad is ready to go. The Champions League money is hit. I want us with the best chance possible to win a Champions League title here in Season 6. We're signing somebody I've never signed before. Flavian Enzo Biombo, the Cameroonian centre-back joining us from Brentford, 85 overall. And I want this season to be a transformative one. I intend on cleaning out a lot of our deadwood, replacing them, and really signalling a new era at Sampdoria. I don't want to ever not have Champions League football again. That does not include selling Lucas Stassen, though, blocking offers for him. Got to get that squad depth up. Need a new backup left back. Tommaso Carrazzo is that man. Let the clearing begin. Matteo Fischer heading to the Romanian League. Alessandro Riccio heading to the Saudi League. And Tanda rejects FC Cincinnati and goes to Turkey instead. How could you, mate? Cincinnati's a beautiful city. Continuing to improve the depth, though. New centre midfielder Justin Kumi joining us from Sassuolo. I don't want anybody that is lower than 70 overall joining the squad, though. That is my hard and fast rule from here on in. Which is why I've signed 71 overall Martin Royer, 18-year-old French defender. And I have decided to loan out Novak just for 1 year. I want to see if we can get some sort of growth for him. Obviously, my plans with him have changed, but I'm very interested to see what he can do over the next 12 months at Tottenham. You now look at this side. Essentially 85 all over the park, if not soon to be 85. Bianchi is still only 22 years of age. Ruggeri should get there. Our midfield should all get there. Things are looking really good at Season 6 at Sampdoria. However, will that translate to on-the-park success? And most importantly, Champions League success. We start off here in September, hosting Valencia for the first game in the Champions League in club history. Then we host Galatasaray, away against West Ham, away to Leverkusen. So far, a pretty tough run. It gets tougher, though, as we travel to Chelsea, 2 trips to London in a month, hosting Sparta Prague, hosting Leipzig, and finally, away to Victoria Pleasant. So it's a tough one, but there's no juggernaut clubs that I'm super worried about. Chelsea, Leverkusen, they're basically the only 2 that I'm super worried about. Let's see if my confidence is dumbfounded. 20th. All right, we're going into the playoffs. 3 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses. It is not a great run, but we are still alive. Who do we have in the playoffs? We have Barcelona. Straight into the Lions' Den. Sampdoria, Barcelona. We're going to have to pull off a miracle. Come on, fellas. What are we made of? The team has made massive strides in the second half of the season. We've got 90 rated Stassen. Can this translate to on-the-field success? It does not in the first leg. We're still alive, but we have a huge task. Lamine Yamal giving Barcelona a 1-goal lead as we head back to the Camp Nou. If we get a win in regulation time, then we're going to be going to extra time. Just focus on that. A 1-0 win in the first 90 minutes and then take it as it comes from there. Away at the Camp Nou, 2-0! Oh my God. Imagine the scenes. Stassen in the 89th minute is going to score the goal. We did our job of getting it 1-0, but we decided, nah, I don't give a shit about extra time. I want it done right now. The Belgian beast Stassen is going to send us to the round of 16. We have taken out Barcelona I've actually got some hope now. I imagine we're going to get the toughest draw possible because now for the round of 16, it is another juggernaut. It is a side in the Champions League final. We're versing PSG. And to make things even more difficult, Biyomo is suspended for the first leg. 73 rated Roya into the starting 11. All right, kid, what are you made of? Oh my God. First leg at home, and it's a 2-0 loss. Nicholas Jackson and Baleba. We missed a penalty through our hero Starson. We came from behind in the playoff rounds, but it's going to have to be a monumental comeback now. Look, we did beat Barcelona 2-0. Now we go to Paris. We're going to need the same result, though, just to send it to extra time. I'm not full of confidence. It would be nice. Let's just see what happens. Back to full strength. Holy shit! Holy shit! 3-1. We win it on penalties. Another 89th. Holy hell, we were up 3-1. Another goal in the 89th minute. We are actually alive. 2 come from behind victories. I think that might be the first time in rebuild history we are headed to the quarterfinals. This is remarkable. All right, let's just focus. I'm shocked we're even here. I'm not going to lie. Let's just focus on a strong first leg so that we don't have to go to North London and pull off another miraculous goal. I've lost my head. I've lost my head. Can't even form a sentence, but you know what? I don't care. If the trend is going to go the same way it is, we're going to lose this first leg 3-0. But at this point, I don't even care because I know we know how to make a comeback. It is 1-1. This is unfound territory. 1-1 for the second leg against Arsenal. Come on now, fellas. Newfound territory away in North London. Get the victory and we move into a surprising semi-final. Stassen, I love you, bro. Stassen, I love you. We have come from behind and we have taken out Arsenal. I went from having no confidence to now I'm on top of the world. Into the semi-finals we go. This has been one of the most remarkable runs in rebuild history. Semi-finals, Real Madrid. Is this run going to continue? Come on, fellas. Kiergaard's gone up to an 85. Beautiful. Okay, that's a good omen. First leg is... it's a 2-1 loss. Oh, I don't want to... I'm sick of coming from behind. I don't want to come from behind again. Vinicius looks like he got injured, but now we have to go to the Bernabeu, and if we want to get into the final, we're going to have to come from behind again. Here goes nothing, fellas. We've done it. We've done it multiple times. Is it going to be third time the charm, or is it going to run out? They say all good things come in threes, and we do not do it this time. Our comeback king mantra has fallen short. They played a man down for essentially the entire game. Real Madrid have taken us out, though, and one of the great runs comes to an end. We fell short in the Champions League, but we did not fall short in Serie A. We have won the title with Sampdoria, champions of Italy, baby, and we are heading back to the Champions League. 10 points clear. Wasn't even a race. We absolutely dominated this year. Only 35 goals conceded, 83 points. You love to see it. Who's going down? Roma in 10th. It is Udinese, Cagliari, and Lecce going down. We lost in the final of Coppa Italia, 2-0 to Lazio, though. I mean, to get there, we beat Udinese 7-0, but we lost in the final. AC Milan did go on and win the Champions League, Tottenham the Europa, and Porto the Conference League. I expected to see some big numbers statistically here, but Estanis quite literally might be nominated for a Ballon d'Or. 36 goal, 49 goal contributions. He's 90 rated. The Spaniard is an absolute freak. Vergara is feeling Messi's legacy. Stassen missed a clutch himself. Kiergaard up to an 85. Yepes, there was a period where I thought I was going to have to get rid of him. He has just absolutely kicked on. 89 overall now. Disappointingly though, Novak gets 0 growth on loan at Tottenham. He won a Europa League, but he doesn't get any overall boost. I'm just going to use him as a backup centre-back next year. Marco Silvestri, we could have sent him out a Champions League winner, but at least we've sent him out as an Italian champion. We've got a good team. I want a great team. The upgrades continue in the midfield here, going from 85 Kiergaard to now 87 Enzo Fernandez. The Argentine joining us from Tottenham for £70 million, a club record transfer. Still more depth to be built. Norwegian winger Marius Broholm joining us from Bologna, whilst Czech striker Daniel Thieler makes the move from Venezia. Up another level this year, lads. We've got an insane starting 11, pushing up from the 85 threshold to now hopefully a side that's going to be near the 90s by the end of it. The bench is so much stronger. The reserves are stronger. I'm happy with Sampdoria as a football club. But I'm not happy about the Champions League. We start off away against Barcelona. They're going to want revenge. Then we have BSC Young Boys, Real Sociedad, Galatasaray, AEK Athens, West Ham, who made the quarterfinals last year. Then in January, we have Bayer Leverkusen and Manchester City. We are going to have to start strong and end strong, which seems like a Captain Obvious statement, but our 3 toughest games are our first and last 2. Fourth. All right, that is actually so much better than last year. Our only loss came on the final day against Man City. Otherwise, if we won there, we would have won the damn Champions League. West Ham in 3rd. Their only loss was against us, but we get to skip the playoffs, skip it this year, and now move directly into the round of 16, where we will be facing Real Madrid. Of course we will. Thanks a lot, UEFA. Thanks a lot. The team we lost to in last year's Champions League semi-final. We're a better team this year, but I'm still not pumped about it. First leg at the Bernabeu, we come out on top. Stassen. All right, we might be a different beast this year. I think that's the first win we've had in the first leg in this rebuild. Let's not donate the Comeback King title to Real Madrid. We are 2-1 up. We are at home. Just get the job done, get back to the quarterfinals, and take out Real Madrid. Come on! Vergara! Messi's regen does it. We were in serious strife. I guess we were 5-3 up, weren't we? Vergara makes he puts the dagger in. I don't care though, fellas. We are headed to the quarterfinals. Okay, we've got ourselves a date in the Champions League quarterfinals with Manchester United. We've seen them win a Europa League in this video. I don't want to allow them to get a Champions League title. First leg at home. Full strength starting 11. Our front 3 is just absolutely cooked. Here we go. First leg, 3-2 victory. We are very lucky as well. Bruno Fernandes missing a penalty there. A few yellow cards going around, so I'm nervous we're going to be missing some men for the Old Trafford leg. Never mind. Full strength starting 11. Here we go. Old Trafford. Get us back to the semi-finals. Come on. Come on. We'll take it. Oh my God, that was a disastrous opening 22 minutes. Stassen misses a pen, but most notably, Bianchi, our right back, straight red card. He is going to be out for the first leg of the semis. I'm calling it now, lads. I reckon we're gonna face Man City. I was wrong. It's an all-Italian affair versus Inter Milan. 3 Italian teams remain. That's crazy. So with Bianchi being suspended, what I've done, I've moved Biyomo to right back. Right back is his secondary position. It takes a few overall off, but it's better than bringing in a 73 rated right back. Novak into the starting 11. First leg at the San Siro. 3-0! Come on! Novak's gonna score! Vergara, Novak, Redondo. 3-0 up. Holy hell, man. And with that, we find ourselves back to full strength with an incredible situation. Get us into the Champions League final. Come on, lads. Hopefully, De Caesar isn't suspended, but we are going to win 3-2, 6-2 on aggregate. Okay, we've done a lot of deals with them in this video. It's not the final I expected. It's Napoli versus Sampdoria, an all-Italian Champions League final. A look around the grounds, Liverpool win the Europa League. The Conference League goes to BK Hacken. Welcome to the show. We finish 3rd in Serie A. I would have loved to go back-to-back, but at least we are heading back to the Champions League in season number 8 if we do not win tonight. Fair play to Lazio, the Rome club winning the league. Inter Milan down in 8th. That semi-final loss for them was huge, but Our rivals Genoa go down alongside Venezia and Modena. Unfortunately, we lost the Super Cup to Inter Milan, but we do add a Coppa Italia to the trophy cabinet, beating AC Milan. Oh, I can't wait to use this front three. I mean, look at the numbers they have put up this year. 28 contributions for Vergara, 38 for Estanis, and 41 for Lucas Stassen. This front three is cooked. Fernandez had a great season. Sampdoria, Serie C in real life. Can we make them European champions against Napoli? Estanis, it's a great ball in. Oh, Vergara, I thought he won a crazy good header there. Oh, I didn't mean to play that, but it actually works out really well. I've got the new camera going here, and I kind of like it. I feel like, I stuffed that up as well. I'm just going for the long shot. Enzo Fernandez! Dude, every single thing I tried to do on that play was not what I was intending. I thought, why not let it fly? Enzo Fernandez gives us the lead in an unconventional sense. Passing it so well, man. I see that run. It's a good run. Vergara! Oh, I should have gone across the face. They go for the long shot. You are not Enzo Fernandez. You are not him. Fredrickson. They've fed that one through there. Good smothering save. Defend it. Good block. Lamine Kamara, I'm just defending here. They go for the shot and force a good save out of Jorgensen. Save the corner. Nicely done. Oh, it's Gilmore muscling off here. I can't defend to save my life. Big block. Thought I read that one well. They go for a long shot, save Jorgensen, although I wish he kind of held on to that one. Oh, I tried to make the tackle there. Falls back. No, good tackle. Get it away. Bro, we do not want to get it away. Santos. Oh my God, I thought we just conceded there. Oh my God, a huge sigh of relief. Napoli absolutely dominated us in the second half. In the first 15 minutes, I thought I was going to win this game 10-0. Certainly not the case, but it does not matter because Sampdoria, we've won a Champions League title with them. What a journey it has been, lads. A club that is going to be playing next season in Serie C is now going to be a club on this save that is going to be European champions. We have successfully rebuilt Sampdoria. Lads, if you enjoyed today's rebuild and you aren't subscribed, click here to subscribe and click here to check out another video.